And now we had this key reversal, made a new low, close on the high, looks great. Well, not really. So we had this rally yesterday, and it looks like a key reversal higher. And this is why I say you can't look at these reversals in a vacuum. So actually, well, I'm going to show you something here, and just started observing this, try and add new tricks to my bag all the time, try and see new things. So to my mind, this is the greater pattern. This is the pattern. This is the pattern. Patterns lead to trajectory. And I'm of the firm notion that we're going lower. So yesterday we had this key reversal. Fed came out. Their comments were more dovish than the market expected. Market went straight up. Now, yesterday, this is what I said. We opened lower. And I said, typically I don't like when something closes on the high. Usually the market comes up and shakes its hand again. And that's exactly what happened. So the market has its own way of kind of getting to certain places. And now we had this key reversal, made a new low, close on the high, looks great. Well, not really. To me, this is a huge fake out, and this is still the dictating trend. Now, I want you to notice there's you have a key reversal here, close on the high, key reversal here, close on the high. So you can imagine, like on an intraday basis, there's this double top here. You have these two closings right at the same area. So it's really a double top here. And so I kind of even I had some options on, and then I saw this thing rally and I was pissed. But I kind of felt like this is what was going to happen today, is that we were going to double top and then open and go much, much lower. Unfortunately, this thing's already getting going. I wanted to add more shorts. You can't do options until the market opens. I would have shorted it, 100 Qs ago. So I want you to notice something though. The way these guys closed. So you see, made a new low, close on the high, made a new low, close on the high. Looks great. Two key reversals, looks great. But to me, these are double tops. And I'll show you something on Tesla where I noticed this back in December and then back in January, and I made a lot of money just on the observation of, so right here. So let me take you right there. So to me, pattern is trajectory. So sometimes we get, these little misdirects. You get all frothy, but to me, this is what you need to be looking at, these patterns. And so you have the same thing on the Qs. So this is like kind of looking at tomorrow's newspaper. If you understand this, so you can see how these two guys made a new low, close on the high, made a new low, close on the high, all looks great. And so this really was effectively a little double top area. And then this is what happened, right? So you see this, and this is what I think is going to happen today. Bang, just opened lower and went lower. And then actually there was another interval where it did kind of the same thing. Well, it's actually doing it, today. It's got these two little things, and then today's going to open lower and probably go, much lower. So it had another time where it did that. So it was there. And then I thought I saw another time where it did it. But you get the point that these two right here, they look like they, close on the high, but they were really two double tops, and then it led to this huge washout lower. And I think the indexes have been setting up for this move lower, and they've just been, laying in wait. And I think they're going to get a hiding today. They're going where they should go. And S&P's been hanging out here. Again, we have these two reversals here. but this is the pattern right here. This double top here. And I think we're going to go a lot lower. So sometimes it takes a day for, the market to set in, like it hears certain things from news or whatever. And it's funny how, it'll react in the one day that way. And then the next day, somehow we're interpreting it differently. But it doesn't matter because the market has already interpreted whatever is going to happen for us. That's why I don't try and play armchair economist and parse what the Fed is saying. I don't even know what they said. It was just interpreted one way yesterday. It drove prices. I could see what was happening yesterday. It was going to, close at these double top highs and then break lower today. And I think, today we break considerably lower. I think, I'm going to start buying puts on the opening. I'm going to add to my little collection. So I had a bunch of the 350s and, see what they're going for. I also, IGV goes off the board tomorrow, and I want to maybe add to my IGV puts for next March 18th. So IGV, you get a month forward. They cost a lot, but you get a month to hang out. And I do think, IGV is going to get detonated along with the rest of the crowd. So, we've been looking at this IGV chart. I kind of should have included this whole. So this is the big bad technology ETF. To me, this is previews of coming attractions, and all the other indexes. Technology is just a huge portion, the S&P and the NASDAQ. So we have this huge looming head and shoulders. There's just no freaking ambiguity about this. And you can see how we broke very nicely back. And now we're going to go and make a new low. In the midst of this, you kind of have this little head and shoulders. And then you also have these two little fake out bars, made a new high, made a new low, close on the high, made a new low, close on the high. In this case, the highs were lower. You can see that you got a case of lower lows and lower highs. So today, I imagine you open lower and, get detonated. So the next major level is about 340. And then there's just air under that till 320. So I imagine you're going to gravitate there rather quickly. So I'm looking for what?
So Cray's got a question about these double tops that close on the high. Are they double tops because the overriding pattern or trend, I guess he says, is lower?
Yeah, well, you have to. So this is the thing. The markets give you all kinds of misdirects. Markets give you all kinds of patterns. So here's a double bottom, and you say, well, that's a double bottom. Well, it is a double bottom, except this is a double top and a head and shoulders. So which one is going to win? And so this is, our job as a trader is to kind of parse which is actually the governing direction, which is the governing pattern. Now, look, the direction is lower. We have a downtrend. Yes, trends change, and you could say, well, this is an inverted head and shoulders and what have you. But this is, I don't know how to explain it. Other than, when you see this is the pattern. That is the pattern. And so markets just don't put on a big bear pattern like that, go a little bit and then make like a new high like that. This is the governing pattern. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I've been saying, is that the market will give you all kinds of noise and misdirect. And, this thing went up, 10, 15% the other way. And all during that upswing, I was saying, guys, don't get mesmerized by this. It's just a short covering rally, but short covering rallies can be monsters. They can be more jarring than the actual down move itself. We saw that in Upstart yesterday. We saw that in DoorDash. Short covering rallies are, they'll take you, to the woodshed. But you got to kind of understand what is the dominating pattern. And so to me, this is unambiguously, this is going down. We see that. Then I see the weekly ascending broadening. I see the monthly. There's just no kind of question in my mind. We're going to go to 260 on this thing, 270. So, I think we got a long way to go.
You can see, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So pop out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market's just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.